Yeah, mate, the still weed whacker fs80. I'm really starting to like this thing. It's just a good little would be still. I'm enjoying. I'm looking at it more and more, and looking at the engineering. It's just good. I'll let you up to you guys do it. Now with this motor, I thought I'd share my thoughts on a bit. I love the clutch. The clutch is just unbelievable. It's just well built. It's designed to do a job. Now, see this particular piston. It's got the edge here, like there's no window. It's very much like a solid piston. The 6.9's like that. You transfer to come up the side of the piston. There's no windows to interrupt your flow, and it comes up the side here. It's sort of reminiscent from old school, but it works. I don't know why they don't do it more. But with new cylinder, they've changed. That's a Chinese copy of that. I've checked the diameter. It's the right size piston. Anything else different? No. It's a flat top. Another we used to uploaded before with a dome, and the piston I got with a flat top, so it lost compression, so we won't lose compression. The rings are the same with the part. That's the same. The skirt's slightly different. Maybe it's too. The skirt doesn't go quite as long, but you can tell the rings, they're really sunken into the piston. They're really worn out, guys. I haven't seen rings like that for a long time. They're soft, squishy, so she's not doing a job. Now I'm gonna work out how to get these piston off. I'm not sure because this wrist pin here is very small. I have to pick out the clips that hold that in there and replace it with this piston. Now this piston just moving this old piston up and down. It feels so much lighter. It looks lighter. I don't know, but anyway, they should get to rev. It's a very, very lightweight con rod, so you can see it's just like I said, squeezed and pulled out, ready to snap it. No, it's got a little bit of width to it, but there's no width sideways. It's just not very thick, a little bit of blob. So I cleaned up this thing roughly today, best I can. I haven't blown it out yet. I will blow it out though. I put petrol on, cleaned it. Threw more clean petrol over the top. But I've basically done about a sonic cleaner. Best cleaner would probably do the thing. Compressed air. I'll put some degreaser in here. Now this is where me putting extra oil in the motors came from. Doing up an old motor, I don't like having metal to metal, so I'd always get a bar for oil because the first 30 seconds of these things spinning over on high idle, because you can't just kill it. You gotta rev for a split second and kill the rev by revving it, and it gets high rev. So it's that first few seconds of starting these up with the cold and metal on metal and new metal spinning past metal, new rings against new cylinders, bits coming off, flying everywhere. That's why I put extra oil in there. It's a part of something that works, so it doesn't block up your spark plug. It's hard to start sometimes, so that's why I do it. Anyway, I thought I'd show you that. Now, with your pistons, always have a look if you're going to port them. I highly recommend it. It's very boring. If you run a port chainsaw, you never use a standard port. The standard chainsaw again, the power is just like it's not just a yes or no. You go, that's poured. You can feel it straight away. It's more power. So you got to know certain things. So looking at your piston, this one here, it's a bit different than most pistons. There's your arrow towards your exhaust. Now where the rings like hose on the side here, and on the side, so that'd be what? How do you? I wouldn't have work it out. But the ring like hose on this side, that piston here. With that, the flywheel side. Doesn't mean they're different, but they're really, really narrow. So if you look at where they sit here, which is not very much. Right on the very edge, you look down there, there's not much metal for them to sit on. This one here is pretty good. The front one there, I'm surprised they even hang on to that. It might be a bit more further around, but I'd say when you do port work, always make sure you know where they are, so you don't drop a ring into the port and bye baby, because with these little motors, you're only going to do a certain little tiny change and they will change big time, or it'll be a bin job. Like, you go and start hogging things out, waste of time. It's a little change that do a lot. So this particular one here, I first throw all the fuel and stuff towards the carby. So I'm going to needle point this deflector, as I said last video, and make sure the fuel goes towards the carby. So I'm not sure if I'll attack it this side or this side yet, but I will needle point that because it's just a brick wall, and that will help the flow. Even if it's only 0.5%, everything adds up. Now I push the ring down the intake, and I actually can see the ring popping down through the intake there. So I'll pull it out now. I'll put a magic mark there, permanent marker, and we'll see what she looks like. Now you can see the where the magic marker was. Now I push that down with the piston and make sure it lined up level flat square to the piston. Now you can see that if I follow that out with a grinder and grind that out to match that, that's on or off, and it's not impeding the piston's not working. I'm not going wire. I'm not really going any deeper. It's just I want to make it so it comes on and it comes off, and it works better that way with these particular things. I find have a snappier, crackier exhaust, and if you want to, you do the same with the exhaust. You can actually that's the intake, better for the intake. The instant fuel, instant stop fuel. You can do the same with the exhaust if you want to. And because I worked out where the locos are on the rings, I can work a port and all that, but I don't really want to add more revs. It's only a small motor. I don't want to lose compression, so I might go a little bit wider. Have a look where the piston sits, bottom of this tongue, or top of this tongue. You're doing a free port. Have we got plenty of room? Does it go? I'll put this motor back together. When the piston goes bottom of this tongue, does the piston go all the way down, or is it? So it might go to there. It might go right down to that. If that's the case, I'm gonna pull the arse out of the cylinder to make sure that all the exhaust can get out without having a step. Because this step is a huge problem. You want a nice even flow, but any headaches or slips. So if it's like that there, it's not too bad. But if it goes like that, it's below the wall and you get problems. So I'll go on there and rat that out. I haven't looked at the squish though. I have a look and see if it's got huge squish. If it has huge squish, I'll the gas. It's got really low squish, like it's 50,000 squish. I'll pull that gas down and get rid of it and throw it. Put the permy seal in there, and that'll add some compression, but it'll last for a long time, so I've got no problem with that. But yeah, just a different piston, so you can see as the piston comes down. Now that'll add more to some compression as the piston comes down like that. It'll squish out more compression in the sump, and it will help me out. But the other way that piston works was more of a high-end rev, so I'm not sure how this goes. More like Husqvarna setup, this one here, what I can see. So we'll see how she goes with that. But apart from that, I'll put it all back together. I like the transfer on the carby side there. You got the angle. I don't know if you guys can see it really well. The angle just there. So it sort of comes out. I don't know why they haven't done that to the other side. The other side is a brick wall. He comes down like that and bang, that's it. So they'll start squishing back into the side. But this side here, it's got a angle. Comes like that and hits a brick wall and comes down. So I'm not sure why they've done that, but it works because I've seen the other motor and it's lasted a long time. So not sure why these. But I'm fascinated. This piston doesn't seem strong enough or heavy duty enough for what the job is, but it's a small motor. I've got to remember that. Small motor means, you know, light. There's not much G-forces happening. Even though it's super small, there will be huge G-forces. Like if you look at insects, they don't reckon insects can get much bigger than the biggest beetle we know of to fly, because by the time you have something flapping around, the G-force is so much. If it got any heavier, it would not be able to fly because just straight out weight, but also the wing will snap off. It just can't handle the weight. So things like that, just, you know, you got to look at what it is. Not like these massive robots you see on high sci-fi movies. They're so big when they start moving their arms around, they go and they should go and slow down and stop slowly. But they don't. They go like they did that. The arm will snap off. The metal will just bend. So we're not up to where we think we are mental. It just doesn't do what it does in movies like Schwarzenegger, Terminator movies. We can't do what those things do because the mental's just not up to that. So it's another field of science again. Anyway, I'll get this all done up and I'll show you guys after this. All I'm gonna do is twerk a few things. I'm pretty sure she's got pretty compression, but I will have a look at that compression and see if she gets. But first, I get that piston off, and once the piston's off, now I thought I'd show you that too. Look at the carbon build up on top of that piston there. It's unbelievable. Quite high. I'll get the cylinder. Now you got to remember this cylinder was thrown out on the side of the road in Australia for cleanup day, and the whole wheel piston brush, you say. But that's what the actual cylinder looks like. It's that blocked up. Not funny. And that blockage is quite hard, funny enough. I'll poke at that, show you guys. I thought it snapped through quite easy. I've had petrol all over this stuff. So you can't just snap it through. It's quite firm. See, that's quite hard when you think about it. So I'm surprised some of that hasn't snapped out and gone inside the cylinder and chewed up the arm ring, so it's quite surprising to me. They would have destroyed the motor. Now, I don't know if this is still or what, but probably was. The guy who had it was probably a steel dealer. Most guys stick to their beloved steel stuff when they do have it, but the only damage in the whole cylinder is that little black mark there on the intake, which I can't feel. So if you run a bit of 1200 grit paper all over that, just rough it up backwards and forward. I'd reuse that, no problem at all. The piston though, the other what I want to show you, I have never ever seen this before. That part of the piston there, the black part, is the way it came out. I don't know why. It's rough. I can feel my fingers. It's just rough. Like I'm not sure what's happened or how it's happened, but the piston must be missing that part of the cylinder. So what side was that? That's the intake side, so it's just right there. Okay, I know what it is. So that's is it that side? Yeah. So that's covering the exhaust. So as that piston goes up and down past the exhaust, because the exhaust is blocked off, it started forming a carbon buildup on the piston. So that's what that is there. It's carbon buildup on the piston. That's unbelievable. So I've never seen it before, guys. That's truly bad. I would like to go into this thing and put new seals, but because it ran and because it did idle, I know it idled, but it didn't want to rev. That was the whole problem, and that's because of the exhaust. That's unbelievable. I've never seen that blocked up. I've seen the exhaust ports on the mufflers blocked up in the spark arrestor, but I've never seen that. That is unbelievable. And that's the factory cylinder, because it's still on the cylinder. So yeah, I'm just blown away with that. And none of the bolts are worn out. It truly is a pro. Yeah, there you go. 34ZD2 plus. So that really is a good little cylinder, and they've done quite a good little reproduction of that, except for the piston, which is weird. But anyway, I'll get this set up. I want to know what the squish is. I want to know what the other thing I do. Yeah, work out whether the rings and all that shit. Oh, the top dead center, bottom dead center. See the piston sits inside the cylinder, but I need to get this piston off first. Put a new piston, make sure it fits, because I don't know if the bearing in this piston, it might fit yet. I think it will. I don't think it'll be a problem at all, but we'll make sure the clips and all that go in there. I'm not going to show that, it's going to be a lot of muck around, I think. But the piston, this particular one, I'm going on how thin this piston is, so you see the size. We'll have a look how thick the piston is on the a factory one. It's thick. So, I'm not sure if it's going to vibrate, because it feels like a heavy piston. So, yeah. Alright, I'll get this chopped over. There, that shows you how long elastic source plastic stays in the motor. I do it the base of the cylinder and pull it out of the motor, so right down the base there. So that's been flopping around for years. God knows how old it is, but it doesn't just wear away. I thought it would eventually erode away and fall out, but yeah, it stays in there. It's hanging out like a big rubber band, so it's spinning around. But yeah, I'll let you show you because I found that interesting. Gonna put some two-stroke oil in this motor now. There's the wrist pin bearing, it's very small. Not sure if it's worn out or not because my eyesight's not that good. I can't see it being 100% because I've got carbon on it, so I feel it's a bit rough. But it should be fine, new wrist pin. But I got the old piston out, no problems at all. Getting new pins in there, that was not easy because they're really deep inside those holes. You see them really deep, so not easy at all. But I have to stick out the squish. I put some oil on that bearing, make sure the bearings are all right up, and check everything out. Now I've cut off the wrist pin clip as much as I can. I have to leave some metal on that because it's only a 8mm one, it's pretty tiny. To get it and put it in the hole on the with pliers. But the other one I put in there is a lot smaller. I cut basically all my off and push it in with the wrist pin itself and push it into the hole. So that's the original one there. So I'll just around circle. They don't come out. I've actually had these snap them on the chainsaws, so I don't like them now at all. So I've cut about half that off, so it's on the floor somewhere. That's off that now. But now I'm going to work out the squish. Okay, well, I found a few things actually, but I haven't done the squish yet. So I thought I'd show you what the squish was. I've got all 4 screws in. They're all tight. It's turning over freely. No problems on, nothing tight. So I really could just, do basics and delete. But I want to know what the squish is. So, she spins over nicely. The factory screws have got place to go in the new cylinder, so they come out past everywhere. So I don't know why they're long, but there's a place to relief just here for it. Just there. So, and that's where the coil bolt goes. So I don't know why I did that. Make it weak. Where's the factory one? It's a factory one got that. Probably not. Yeah, it does. Covered it word for word. Unbelievable. And they made the hole on the factory one bigger and weaker. So I made it flat on the side there, so make it weak again. So I don't know why I do the things like that. Anyway, we'll have a look at the squish and see what she is. I got my new solar, which is I'm not sure what this is now. Where's me electrical gauges? Calipers. So 64. About half the stuff I got before on my old one. So piston's going back up. I'll put that in there until she comes out. The way it spins over, like it's got heaps of room. Not sure. I go the way actually. You have to put a spinner on it. No. She got plenty of plenty of space. Look at that. That's spun over really easy. So is it the same everywhere else? That's by heaps. Heaps, guys, heaps. $44, $45, something like that. So that's heaps. I expected 20 there, like something really fine because the gasket for this is really big. I'm surprised now. So I'll put this spots. There's a tie spot. It's a bit tight. Not really though. I'm spinning that out by fingers. That's easy as. Other side. I'm twisting the same thing, but I'm looking for somewhere place where it's just I didn't see it and it's tight. But I don't think it'll be a tight spot. No. So I'm gonna do a basic gasket delete. I got high temperature silicon, which I've used before at the Pamitech, and I'll stick that in there because putting the gasket on this would be a pain in the ass because the gasket, I got the gasket here, you have to find where the screws go through. The gasket, I've already checked it, it doesn't fit the cylinder 100%. One of them does a new one. Oh, one should say. Not really either. It goes like that. So it's open. You can't see. It's open on the gasket there and there for some stupid reason. So it's not what you call a match. But if I stuck this only, but then again, you gotta think of these things through. If I add more to the squish, will this pull starter put up the extra load for starting thing? I would say it will because it's probably 20 years old and hasn't cracked. But then again, it might crack with the extra load. Who knows? But I'd say it should be right. If I get cylinders, I'd probably should be able to get new pull starters like that. But I don't see this having an issue. If that squish is like that, that's just crap, really. I'd be happy with that if I had no base gasket on the saw. With no gasket on that also. That's a really big squish. Yeah, I wouldn't put a gasket on a chainsaw, so yes, a little tiny motor. I'll do it. So once you start these things, give them a rev. You don't turn them off. You leave them go until they run out of fuel. Yeah, that's just different. So that's the gasket off the new one. I'm not going to use it. Why is that? I'll measure that while I'm here. Zero that in. 0. The aim there, okay. It feels thicker than that, I don't know why. But anyway, I'm not going to use that, and we'll see she goes, but yeah. So what was that again? 45 thou. Where's my solar? Let's twist a few times now. Yeah, 45 thou. So, yeah, it's big enough. And it's only a small motor, so it should be able to handle that. So I'll put it back together with the rings and all that. Now, other part two, I'll port the parts on a port, and I'll show you that. I'll put it back together, and off she goes. I'll put it all back together. Which is going to be a pain in the ass. I'm not used to these things. Different screws, different. I had a issue with the muffler. Muffler. Now, I couldn't get the muffler off. That's right. Muffler goes here, and there's a screw. That screw, which one was it? I think it was this one here. There's a heat shield that goes across that. On the floor. Heat shield. That's set like that. It goes like that. That's right. And the screw is behind here. I couldn't get the muffler off. Couldn't work out why. There's oil and crap everywhere. I've cleaned it as much as I can. And the screw is here. There's 2 more screws holding the muffler on. I could feel it, and I couldn't get it off. Couldn't work out why. Under the dirt was this extra screw here. So, little things like this, you got to get used to a new machine you haven't worked on before. Even though I've worked on other saws, other stuff, they're all slightly different, which I like because it's an adventure, really. But yeah, that if you're doing this, be careful. There's one hidden screw, it's that one there. And it's not very big, then it's a small screw. Hopefully, get that one there, I think. That's a pile from the exhaust. It's only a tiny little screw, goes in there. Go on there, thing. It goes in there, so I need to put that back on. Now, no point making the exhaust port any bigger if your exhaust is actually blocked up to you. So I'm going to have a look at the exhaust. I want to keep the spark arrestor in the exhaust. Where is my exhaust? A pile of stuff here. The exhaust's pretty rusty, actually. Alright. I know you want it. So, that's the exhaust. Someone's already mucked around with that. That's the spark arrestor. And if you look, that's hardly blocked at all. So, I'm surprised. Now, I'm not going to go extra big. This only, it's what? You might be able to see that. It's 3 little holes up there. I'll be more than that. 3 holes. I can't get to the holes. There's a basketball player or someone's playing there. Can't even see him. They must have a plate in this halfway this exhaust. So I'm not going to go berserk. The exhaust, I might even go in there yet, but I'll also show you too. Where the way the cylinder works. That it's usually exhaust. So you see the piston goes all the way down, and it goes down behind a step. So you could go further down. Now do this because as you start rotating your piston at the same speed, you see the piston go up faster, and that's because of the conrod and stuff like that. So you gotta understand it as it comes down, almost the bottom, it slows down, and stops for a split second, and starts going back up the other way. So it's just the way the system works, the way it was designed. So they have curves on the cylinder, so the ring will go back into the cylinder where the lance is, so it doesn't pop a ring and seize up. So yeah, it's just one of those things. You don't want to go further than what the design is. It's important for a while you understand that if you try and stretch things too much. So you see the top ring here, you see as it goes up, it's squeezing it into the actual cylinder and the bore and stuff. That's why they do it, so it's go high revs. That's why you can't have a flat roof. If you have a flat roof, you have all of a sudden a ring will get hung up and boom, that's it. But yeah, just look what you're looking at. Polish up what you can do, but you can't go beyond what it should do. Like I've always wondered why aren't we having chainsaws now that could do 15,000 revs or more all day, every day. It's simple. The pistons can't do it. They fall apart. You start revving something too much, they start falling apart, and aluminium ends up in the cylinder, and you blow it up. So you do it for a very short time. I noticed it still the other day. I was talking to the guy there trying to get parts, and that took 4 weeks. 4 weeks from Victoria to get a chain. It was a lawnmower chain. I'll show you. One of the things that's giving me a headache. A chain. So all it was is this chain fell off the lawnmower, and the link that goes in like that, it's a self-propelled lawnmower. The link fell off and the chain fell off, and you couldn't use the lawnmower. It took 4 weeks to get the part, 4.5 weeks actually. I had the machine for 5 weeks in the shed. I haven't got much room in the shed. I finally got in. I was almost going to give up. Trying to feed this back into the mower it was a headache. And I finally got it on. I hooked a thin wire which we use in the chainsaw thing for fuel lines and stuff, fuel tanks. Hooked it on the end and pulled it through to where it should go, and quickly grabbed it and put the joining link on and put it on. But geez, guys, it's a pain out. Now you wouldn't believe it. This part, all of the cost of $8.70, including postage. This much it costs. I've never bought one of these never ordered one of these parts before. But yeah, it's a Rover, so I don't know if anyone else around the world has that, but a Rover. It brings and straighten them over. But yeah, it fell off. So I was told that you've got to lubricate these chains up from time to time. So I've greased it up for him, but I have to talk to him. I haven't spoken to him yet. The owner, I just dropped it off the other day. But you have to get in there and you have to lubricate these. Now, if you look at this one, it's dry as anything. He is on a steep hill, so he's always on the side of a hill. And I'd say that the chain just popped over like that. I got the joint here. There's part of it. That's all bent. So it fell off inside the gearbox, and I found that in there. That's what it was. So he thought it would be a quick fix, but yeah, 5 weeks it finally got out of the shit. Anyway, guys, I'll do my little porting stuff to this. All I'm gonna do, and I'll show what it is, and I'll put it back together. So I had to remark where the ring goes. So torch on. So that's the intake. I haven't marked it yet, sorry. Yeah, I haven't marked it yet. So I put the ring back in. You see the ring it's in through the intake there. So all I want is a straight line. So let me mark it. Where's that? I did a video. In my drawer of special stuff. I'll draw that. It got rubbed off from oil and stuff when I was doing squish. Not happy. But I thought I'd show you guys what it goes on when you're doing bore work. Always something. Always something to look for. So they should be dry. So straight line. Now I want a straight line, so I'm gonna go in from behind and port that to that line. I'm not really increasing intake time much, but I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. But that will give me more of a snappier response when I'm revving on long grass. So when you're getting into weed whacking on the side of the fence line, and you got field on the line, it'll give power for that. So I'm not going to do the exhaust. I just couldn't be bothered to get into there. It will make it more of a weed whacker that won't be reliable. So I'm not going to play around with exhaust. If you want to, you can get wire and arch up the roof just a bit for longevity, but it's not worth it. So I'll do the intake and I'll nail point this size here. Safety glasses. That's what I end up with. Give me a torch. So I'll try and film this in here best I can for you guys. Posted it. So you see a straight line though from the line before. I stuck to that. So it's not much, it's just a tiny difference. The base of the cylinder, base of the intake there. The straight line, so it's the instant on, instant off. So, and the reason I do that is I have tested this and it works. And that's the only reason I do it. If it didn't work, I wouldn't waste my time. So I've just cleaned up the inside the import. So you gotta think these stop every time on off. That stops the flow. It's just about to go moving. It stops and just about to go again. It starts up again. So it's a really weird environment. It's not a constant flow, even though to us it is a constant flow. But it's on off, and it's so fast that it's almost flowing. So that's the way I can see. If you had the slow motion camera, you'd see it on off. So why I do it? So just a little bit to get straight line. I've only changed it just a tiny bit because the burn I'm using for the small cylinder, I haven't got something small enough to do that. So straight line as I can do it. So it's going to increase that. Now the transfers on the side here, I'm near point that on both of them, and because it turns only one way, you be careful. You don't want to get run off and start boring up your cylinder and causing problems. So just be careful when you do it, guys. I've done both sides, so keep running away from the camera. I've done both sides. Focus, the stupid thing. So she should go a bit better, and that's all I'm gonna do. I was gonna do the exhaust, but then I thought no, she'll start revving too high and cause a problem. But I'm not using a base gasket, so she has more compression, so she should go pretty good anyway. So I thought about actually rubbing a wet and dry paper in the hole, opening up the hole that way a bit, just a bit. But I thought there's no real point. It's not a smooth machine. I just want to make sure I got the 100% power I can out of this reliably wise, and that's it. So I cleanse it up now with some brake cleaner, and I'll deburr that intake wheel with this dome wheel, and make sure she shams really good. I think that's what I did with orange just forgot what I was doing. I'll deburr all that, make sure she's clean, clean all the inside with some paper towel, and all her up and put it back together. So that's the next step, putting it back together. Let's see what she's like. She's back together. I've got 2 screws and the 3 screws. 3 screws, and I'll put the pull star back on and pull over and see what she feels like. So I did a T25 or T27, I should say. T27, I think. Goes that side. Yep, there you're right. The line that's true of. It's going to pull over with its own pull star. Not much compression. About it's no huge pressure load. No base gasket, so I can't see a problem with this at all. I have this on the right side. I don't think there's any spacer. Something like that. I'm worried this might be too close to the actual housing, but I don't think it will be. I'll do it about rock tight anyway. I just line up, nip it up. Right there. Make sure it's pulled over without being geared up. Yeah, so I've got the red cover for that there, so it goes that, spacer. Just thought it would be top colour, I thought it would be a spacer. I knew it'd be something. Roll it down. It's just splitting it, so it's right, so we'll see what you'd like. Make sure you're recording. There's no spark, there's nothing. So let's just you pay it. So I got this hurt myself. Do all that. Really hard roll. I wish I could pull off my MS 460, yeah, 460 round. MS 460. MS 0460, yeah. Wish I pulled the thing out. It's too bad, yeah, pull that out. So that's no more than what I thought. It's not far off what it was originally, so just had no problem starting this. So I'll download the video. I'll put this all back together where it should be. I'll clean the jewelry off. I'll blood this but yeah, I should blood that really the compressor. But I'll put it all together and do a sample of it running and see how she goes. But yeah, nothing abnormal. Well, it should be. Nothing weird, even though I poured it a little bit. I'm glad now I poured it because it needed extra fuel. I thought it would be a lot more potent than that, but it's not. Imagine having the base gets another 20,000. Wow. Alright guys, thanks for watching. This is my real one. Old man. Thanks for watching. Bye.